Okay guys, thank you for joining me, and today we are going to be talking about the most underrated Dunk Nation skills, and I will just kind of talk about them briefly as we go along, and I really hope that you guys do enjoy the video, and if you do, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. Have fun. Okay guys, so today I will be showing you all those skills that I was talking about that are underrated, and basically the first skill that I'm going to be starting off with is going to be back dunk. This skill, I think, is very good, and a lot of people don't understand that, and the reason I say this is because when you go to the demo section, just look at how the animation goes. All you have to do is just go towards the rim, press the shoot button, and you spin around, and basically I didn't mean to do that, but as you see here, the shot only happens, let's see, I don't know why it keeps laying up, but I really don't know why it keeps laying up. There you go. And so basically, the only way to block this shot is if you jump right away. If you don't jump right away, you are not going to get that block, and a lot of people don't understand that, and so that's just something that I want you guys to understand is, if you properly use the back dunk, you are going to be able to score a lot of points that way. But yet again, it does occupy space, and you just consider using it. You might use it just for fun or whatever, but for ladder, it might be a little bit of a hard skill to use because most pro players do end up blocking the shot. But if you're in gold/silver ladder section, you can definitely use this skill. All of these dunks right here, I would definitely not recommend except windmill dunk, possibly, because windmill dunk is somewhat used by top players, but they usually do it just to troll around. But you know, other than that, the back windmill, spin windmill, as well as windmill dunk are probably not the best dunk options. Alley-oop is something I would not recommend to either point guard. I mean, it does increase pass and move, but when you're inside the 3-point line and pretend like your bigs are asking for the pass, I mean, obviously, in order to actually activate alley-oop, the bigs have to press the shoot button, but regardless, this will occupy space, and this space that the skill occupies could be used for something much more useful. Even though it does give you pass increase and move increase, steal and other attributes are far more important. We're not going to talk about dribble drive, because that is something that's used by both small or shooting guards and point guards. Manual layup is one of the underrated skills that I want to talk about as well as we go along in this video. Quickly, the demo. Basically, you go to the side of the rim and then you lay up. I'm going to quickly do a practice here, and I'm going to show you guys how it could be used while playing point guard or a small or a shooting guard. So pretend we're here, and I did not want to do that, but here's how we're going to do this. Pretend we're here, and say you're playing 1v1 PvP or something. You can go up, and then you can do that layup, and then you can do a double pump right after as you're doing it. So we're going to do that again. We're going to go to the side, and then we're going to press the shoot button again to go for that double pump. And as you guys are able to see here, we're getting a lot of shots in. I'm not really sure how you can do it towards the middle, probably like so, and which is really cool because it still works the same way, and you still can do double pump while you're doing the layup. So definitely do consider this skill. I'm just going to quickly show you what it gives you. It gives you layup and confront, so you can consider that as well. It's obviously going to take a skill slot, and it's not the most important layup increases or attribute increases for point guards, but just consider that as you play along. Fancy drive is very interesting skill. It gives you confront and move. I personally don't use it because I did get dive intercept recently, and so that's why I dropped the skill. You can use it if you would like. It gives you a little bit better aggressive dribbles, but it's not as useful because point guards do end up missing a lot of threes. So just consider that. Diving pass is amazing if you can get it. Imposter is one of the underrated skills that I want to talk about as well, because with this skill, you will be able to score a lot of points when it comes to ladder and even PvP, because if you press shoot and pass while you're mid-air, you're going to get that quick imposter, and a lot of people do not understand the importance of this. because sometimes you can just do a double pump play instead of actually doing an imposter, but then pretend there's 3 people on you in paint. You jump and quickly pass it out to your buddy, and he can either shoot a 2 or go out for the 3, and boom, you make that easy shot. So with that, we just covered all the skills that are in my current section. We're going to go to the other section now, and we're going to talk about these here. Step back for shooting guards, I think, is a really cool skill that that you might want to use, but definitely do understand that when you do use it, you can no longer move. Okay, so just use that. Like have IQ when you use it, because it's very important to understand that once you cannot move, you have to either shoot it or pass it out. And if you can shoot it and make the 3, yeah, that's great. But if you get clamped and then somebody steals the ball, that's definitely not going to be good. And this does give you 3-point increase as well as 2-point increase, so this skill is definitely used for some advantages when it comes to scoring. But a lot of people do not end up using it, as it does kind of slow down your attack. Dribble drive from small forwards is used. Double pump, okay, this is actually a very underrated skill that a lot of small forwards don't use when they really should. And what I mean by that is, okay, like a lot of people say, okay, well, I play small forward, I want to play small forward, but I just can't because I don't have pull-up jumper. And think about it this way, you guys really don't need pull-up jumper when you're playing small forward, because what does it really come down to? Your goal is to score if you can score, right? And so when it comes to double pump on a small forward, you can actually make a lot of shots, just like I make a lot of shots with my Yeet using double pump. So you can do the same strategy, you just have to perfect double pump, fully upgrade this to level 5 so it's much harder to block, upgrade your layup skill and confront, because it does make it a little bit harder for the opponents to get that block. And so definitely do consider the skill if you're playing small forward and you don't have pull-up jumper, but you do want to still play that position. Annie came out recently, so that's something to consider. Layup for small forwards and shooting guards, like I said previously, this skill is very underrated, so consider using that if you are going to use this along with double pump. Fadeaway for small forwards is a lot of people, I know a lot of people that use this skill, and it's great because it does give you increases for 2 and 3-point attribute as a small forward. And if you do use this along with step back, along with other skills, crossover, whatever other skills you're using this for, this definitely could be useful. Chip out for centers and small or power forwards is a great skill because you are able to get those rebounds with the attribute increase and get a higher jump as you upgrade this skill. And now a lot of people don't actually use this, but they do have it equipped, so that's just something that you guys should know if you're playing center or power forward, because this skill will definitely help you in the long run. Tip and dunk is obviously used with centers and power forward. Power dunk, the same thing. Power block for centers, power rebound, box out. All of these skills, of course, are used. And one of the actually really interesting skills that I want to really talk about is power pass for shooting guards. Now, you guys might think this skill is really terrible or trash or whatever, but really do reconsider that, because it gives you pass increase and steal. And little did you guys know, this pass cannot be intercepted, believe it or not. If you're playing on a shooting guard and you never want to get intercepted, use this skill. And I'm saying this, and this might backfire on me in the future, but I'm telling you guys, power pass can never be intercepted. And you guys know point guards love to stand in between the passes, so take notes right here. Upgrade this skill to level 5 as you can, and your pass will never be intercepted. Even at level 1, never intercepted. But the only way for this pass to work is if you get clamped, it will activate. If you're moving and you try to pass, it's not gonna work, because the run pass will activate. So this skill, guys, if you're clamped and you're on 3-point line and you got 2 people on you, use this skill to quickly pass it out, and it will never be intercepted. Crossover for shooting guards, obviously used. Step back for small forwards, used by some players, not all. Like I said, it does stop you from moving, so definitely use this based on your playstyle. Hook shot is one of those skills that gets blocked easily, so I strongly do not recommend. Power dunk by centers or small forwards, of course. I do recommend you having those because it will allow you to make those quick dunks. Power block by the power forward, all those skills here. Low hook by the power forwards. Like I said, any kind of hook shots you want to try to avoid. power rebound by the power forwards. All of these are crucial. Sky hook for centers and power forwards, strongly not recommended unless you're trying to troll. It gives you 2-point and confront, so definitely use that on your consideration here. Run and pass for shooting guards, you always have to have, because you don't want to be in that situation unless you want to just use the power pass and then just completely take this off to use for something else. That's totally fine as well, because you don't have to have run and pass on shooting guards. Remember that it just makes the pass a little bit faster, but it gives you no advantage that will help you with shooting. Maybe move, but layup for okay, C power forward, layup, manual dunk. Never use the skill. This is absolute worst, as you will get blocked 90% of your time. Anyways, we're gonna continue on. Chip out for small forwards, absolutely terrible. You're not gonna get rebounds, so don't even consider using this skill. Low hook for centers, strongly not recommended either. Box out for small forwards is something that I've seen some people use. This is definitely not good for a ladder. It gives you confront and rebound, and as small forwards you don't want to get these particular attributes, especially rebound. Confront is okay, but rebound, that's a no-no. Pull up jumper, if you can get it, perfect, and definitely once you do get it, and if you do get it, just use it all you want, but it does take some skill to become really good at it. Block and grab is amazing for centers. Spin back dunk is somewhat underrated, but I've seen some power forwards use it, and let me just show you the demo. It's a very hard block, but look how, just take a look at how it is. You basically go all the way to the paint, and then you quickly press shoot. And a lot of people don't understand how crazy and how hard it is to block that shot, because if you don't jump right away after they finish with their getting close to the rim, they are not going to get the block. Quick shot for shooting guards is obviously abused and used a lot. This skill that I'm going to be showing you guys, pivot, is one of also most underrated skills. And just look at how amazing this skill is. You go to the side and then you pull back. Okay, we're gonna try to run this again, and I just quickly want to show you guys where this guy started. So we're gonna do a demo again, and pay attention where this character starts. He's all the way right here, right? I'm gonna keep my cursor right here. Now, my cursor's still right here. I mean, look at the distance. Just look at this distance that the player was able to cover by using pivot. Think about just how powerful this skill really is. If you have increased movement and if you use pivot, you are definitely going to be able to score some threes. But one of the hard things is you usually get doubled as a shooting guard, which might make it really hard and make the skill seem useless. But definitely consider using it if you do end up going against one big and two smalls. Anyways guys, I think that will conclude everything for this video. I did cover a lot of these different skills and what you guys should use and shouldn't, but of course I'm just here to give you tips and tricks. Use the skills I use at your own wish and your playstyle. If you found these tips helpful, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. More videos will be dropped next week, and hopefully maybe by the end of this week as well, during the weekend. And as always guys, I will see you guys in my next video, and I thank you so much for watching.